Hey guys, today I'm going to show you something really cool which you can use in your tenant application process, but you can also use this in your private life. So how can you figure out if your tenant has a previous history at the rental board, so at the TAL, or if they have some other kind of criminal past that you are not aware of? Even though I'm showing you this to deal with tenant applications, obviously this is the kind of skill that has some serious application potential in everybody's personal life. You ready to have your mind blown? In Quebec, all of the judgments that go through our tribunals are public knowledge. And we have this website here, which if you haven't heard about it, it's called the Sokige. So you're just going to go on Google and look up Sokige. Okay, you're going to go in here. You got this cool little thing here that says find a decision. And when I'm looking up tenants, basically the most general way of doing this search is just to go into keywords and enter a name. So I would recommend that you do this for yourself. Go and have a look what sort of a history you have. So if I write my own name here, and then if I wanted, I could go and look at the different kinds of tribunals where I might have a history. So if you wanted to do just a really specific search, you could do the TAL, but I don't recommend doing this because really if you want to know what somebody's history is like, the best thing to do is to just have the widest search possible and not to narrow it down to the TAL, because let's say somebody had some kind of criminal past or something else, it will also show up in this website. And so why limit yourself just to the rental board? The other thing to know is that these decisions are only decisions that are relevant for Quebec. So if somebody went to the tenancy board in Ontario, or if they were found guilty of something, if there was some kind of judgment against them in a lower court in Ontario or some other province of Canada or in the US, you would not find those decisions here. But so if I, just use my own name and I do a quick search, I'm gonna be careful just how much information is here, but you can see I've been to the TAL a fair bit in my life, and so you have just, these are all my previous histories. And so without just getting too personal there, if you were looking for a tenant, like those are the kind of decisions you would find, and then you can even go in and open a specific decision. So you might be able to go click on it and you could read the case and then look at exactly what happened. Was the person found guilty for non-payment or what kind of stuff? Now, one other thing that can happen is, like, if I have a super general name, so let's just do Michel Tremblay because there are like literally thousands of these in Quebec. What's going to happen is that, like, as you can see, thousands, look, I wasn't so far off. So there are thousands of these kind of things. And then if I want to go, I can be filter more precisely. So when we have a super common name, you might want to filter precisely with the TAL. And then you can also do a search by address. So if, for example, I wanted to go and look up a specific building, because when you do your tenant application, probably you're going to see that tenants' previous addresses. So if I wanted to go and have a look, let's say at a building like that's on this street, if I just do a search, this is going to return for me all of the decisions that were on that street. So if, for example, I wanted to look here, I'm in the TAL, okay, so like this is a tenant who lived on Mount Vernon and this is their last name. So if this was Tremblay and I searched for the address here, I have now triangulated, the chances are that is the tenant. But if, for example, I'm searching a place in Quebec City and nothing for Michel Tremblay in Quebec City at that particular address gets returned, well, then I can be pretty sure that is not a judgment concerning that person. So that can be a way to do this triangulation. So this is a really quick hack to know whether your tenants or anybody else in your life has some kind of a file either at the rental board or at any other court in Quebec. Please use this wisely to look at your tenants or your potential tenants' history, and try not to use this too widely in your personal life.